Welcome to Sunday School, Leviticus 10:9 and 10. Do not drink wine nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when ye go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and that ye may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean. Soon after the tabernacle was set up in the middle of the camp of Israel, the priest began the daily service of worship. A sad event took place which gave great sorrow to Aaron the priest, to his family, and to all the people. The two older sons of Aaron, whose names were Nadab and Abihu, were one day in the holy place. It was part of their work to take in a censer, which was a metal bowl for carrying fire. Some burning coals from the great altar of burnt offering in front of the tabernacle, with these coals to light the fire in the small golden altar of incense which stood inside the holy place. Now the fire on the great altar was considered sacred and burnt perpetually, and therefore it had been commanded that the small altar of incense must be lit from this fire and no other. These young men knew this, but did not take their office seriously, and perhaps just to save a little trouble, or for some other reason that we do not know, they took some common fire, and with this they went into the holy place to burn the incense upon the golden altar. God was angry with these young men for disobeying his commands and treating the sacred offering of incense to him with disrespect. While they were standing by the golden altar, fire came out from it, and they both fell down dead in the holy place. And when Moses heard of it, he said, "This is a sign that God's house is holy, and that God's worship is holy, and God will make people to fear him, because he is holy." And Moses would not allow Aaron, the father of these two men, to touch their dead bodies. He said, "You have on the robes of the high priest, and you are leading in the service of worship. God's work must go on and must not stop for your trouble, great as it is." Then Aaron stood by the altar and offered the sacrifice, though his heart was very sad. And the cousins of Aaron, by the command of Moses, went into the holy place and carried out the dead bodies of the two young men, dressed as they were in their priests' robes. And they buried these men outside the camp in the desert. Perhaps the young men had been drinking, for Moses said, "After this, let no priest drink wine or strong drink before he enters the tabernacle. Be sober when you are leading the worship of the people, so that you will know the difference between the things that are holy and those that are common, and so that you may teach the people all the laws which the Lord has given them." The rule that Moses gave to the priests to be kept when they were leading the worship of the people, not to drink wine or strong drink, is a good rule for everyone to keep, not only when worshiping God, but at all times. Besides these two sons of Aaron who had died, there were two other sons named Eleazar and Ithamar. These young men took their older brothers' places in the service of the tabernacle. They were very careful to do as the Lord had bidden them.